Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and your planner can do so much more than just keep your schedule. Of course, your planner's main purpose most of the time is keeping your monthly, your weekly, your daily schedule and helping you stay on task. But there are so many other things that you can use your planner for. And my next release on March the 4th is all about extending the use of your planner. I cannot wait to share with you all of these new goodies that are releasing on March the 4th. If you want to see what is about to be available over at ScrappyWife.com, stay tuned. First up is a brand new insert that I am really excited about because this one was a collaboration with my sister, Amanda, who is a gardener extraordinaire, and she even has her own YouTube channel called She's a Mad Gardener. You should check it out. You will love her. If you've been around my channel for long, you know that I am not great with plants. I'm not great with keeping things alive, but I know that so many of you have a passion for gardening, for planting, for all things green. And so I wanted to create a planner insert to help you track all your gardening goals, all your gardening information. And because I wasn't sure where to start, my amazing sister helped me come up with this garden planning insert. It is going to be available in the grande size, which is similar to the classic size Happy Planner, and then also in the venti size, which is similar to the big size Happy Planner. Let's check it out. It has 51 double-sided pages, and as always, it is on that really nice 32-pound bright white paper that I love. I say it all the time. I'm a paper snob. I like nice paper and I like my planner to have nice paper, and I think the nice paper just holds up a little bit better to all the things we like. Okay, let's check out the yearly garden overview. It's going to look the same in this size and the larger size. First of all, you have, this is kind of your plans, the overall plans, the look at what you're planning to do when in your garden. And then I included a lot of this grid paper. My sister told me that it is so helpful to have as much grid paper as possible as you are planning out your garden. You can take notes, you can draw out plans of your garden beds, everything like that. Then you can break it down. So you start with your big overview, then you break it down into quarters, being a little bit more detailed. When are you going to make purchases? When are you going to start shopping for different plants? When are you going to do the seeds? When are you going to transfer? All of those great things. You have room to really dig into the details of what is going to happen each month, just helping you make an overall plan for what is happening in your garden, in your planting, inside and outside. This is something I had never thought of, and she was adamant that we add this in. Seedling starts. She has been starting a lot of different plants from seeds. That is a much more affordable way to start to grow some of your variety in your garden. And so she said it would be really great to have a way to track your seedlings. So we have our tracker here. Seedling starts, the date planted, the seed type, the brand, which I would have never thought of, but she said it's really important to know what type of brand you are using for which seed so you can know if it works, if it doesn't work, is that one you want to go back to. Transplant date, so the date that you are moving out from just its beginning pot to a either out to your garden, larger pot, that type of thing, and then a few notes on that type of seed. And that one you have several pages of just to help you get started. So will you need all these pages every month, every year? No, but the point is that you have extras to be able to work into your planner. Weather tracking. I thought this was really interesting. I do like keeping track of the weather. I keep track for wellness and emotional purposes, but tracking the weather is really handy as you're looking forwards and backwards. When was it rainy? When was it really warm? Did it get cold early this year? That can give you insight into how your plants are doing, how they're growing, and help you plan for the next year. So you have your weather tracking. You can write the temperatures, the high, the low, rainy, sunny, all of that business on your weather tracking, and you have it for the entire year so that you have that information and then you can track it year to year and see how it changes. Here is some of the parts that I am really excited about. Month. This is breaking down some of your planting, watering, gardening schedules for the month. So you'll label your month up here, adding in all of the days right here. And then maybe you are marking down, you know what, I'm going to water on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to do all harvesting on Thursdays. I plan to set up a new irrigation system this particular week. You can make some plans right here on this calendar. It's just one page. You have your goals. What are your goals in gardening for that month? Monthly reflection. This was a really cool part that I liked a lot. What went well? What did not go so well? What can be improved? And what am I preparing for next month? And then you have a little notes section so you can see, you know, maybe you did have severe rains you weren't expecting, so you had a little bit of flooding, those type of things that you want to track. And then dot grid on the back for you to make extra notes, extra lists, shopping lists, all of those things. And you have, of course, all of the months that you could use for the year. What I like about this is they're undated. So if you only need this detailed version, maybe in the spring and in the fall, and otherwise everything is just kind of goes with the flow, you can have it in your regular planner. You can just use these for those particular months. I like that you can use it when you need it. You maybe don't need a whole complete gardening planner. You're just looking for some pages that will be really functional for you as you are planning these particular times of the year. I love the grid on the back because, again, I feel like you can do tracking. Grid paper is great for tracking some different goals. It's great for planning out your beds. It's great for note places. I love it. All right. So after you get through your monthly pages, then you get to your gardening journal. And this is another one that Amanda had a lot of input on because I didn't know what exactly you might want in a gardening journal. Here's the concept. This is to keep track of the plants that you are putting in your garden. You have your gardening journal right here, plant, background info. What type is it? Did you start it as a seed or a seedling? Purchase location. Again, I didn't think that that was going to make a big difference, but she said most gardeners really want to know what nursery they got it from. Did they order online? All of that info, because then you can go back and reference that in the past. Date planted, bloom date or harvest date. When did you expect it? When did it actually happen? Watering info, meaning, you know, how much water is it going to need? All of that. Plant instructions. Fertilizer used. That was another one that I wasn't aware of. And she said, no, you definitely want to track what fertilizer you're using on what plants and what pests were attracted to that plant. Did you have to deal with pests? And then important notes at the back. Here's the idea. On the back, you have more of the grid. The idea is that you will tape your seed packet. You'll tape the little plant identifier that you get at Home Depot or the nursery. Tape it right there, and you'll take notes on how that plant is doing. And then you have this for reference for the future so that you know, this plant was really successful. Here are the things that ended up working for me for this plant. Here's some things I tried. And you can decide in the next year whether it worked, whether it didn't. I love that you can track all of that info. So you get a ton of pages of that gardening journal so that you can, it's a ton of pages, so you can decide all of these different plants. Will you need all of this in your planner at one time? Probably not. Grab a few, pop it in. The idea is to be able to incorporate this into your regular planner during the months you need it. When it's the winter months, when it's a time that you're not really thinking about gardening, whatever the case is, you can take them out, create more room, put them in a separate place, and then pull them out as needed. You all know I'm a huge fan of the Franken planning system, so being able to pull things in and out for different seasons of your year, different seasons of your life, I think it's really, really handy. So you get a ton of pages of the gardening journal. And then here is the last little section. These are your habit trackers. So a garden is not a place, it's a journey. And these are for tracking your gardening habits. Now, the ones I could think of were checking on your garden, watering your plants, but you might have some other habits you are tracking, whether it is checking for pests, whether it is adding fertilizer, whether it is whatever it is, whatever you have to do for gardening. Maybe you're checking on someone else's houseplants that month. You might want to add that in. You have a habit tracker ready to go, and then a place to reflect. And then I thought this was super fun. Who knew plants were so expensive? If you knew that plants were so expensive, let me know down below, because they are. So when you are saving and you are building a garden, so few of us can just go and buy all the plants that we would love to have. We are saving. So this gives you a plant saving jar. So you can put the plant that you are going for, whether it's a new tree, a different kind of bush, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're saving to add some raised beds, whatever the case is, put it here. Mark your goals and track your savings for your new plants. So you have a bunch of those to add in as well. I am pumped for this gardening planner. I think some of you are going to really like it, and I'm anxious to see how you all use it this year. This next insert is a highly requested one. Many of you asked, will you please create a memory planning insert? And that's what I've done. And I'm so excited that I'm able to offer it in 3 sizes, because I think each size is going to offer something special and something unique. Let's jump in. We're going to start with the grande size. This is, again, similar to the classic size Happy Planner. And here is the idea. You all know that I have loved memory planning in the past. I'm taking a little break from it this year, but that doesn't mean I don't still enjoy the process. And these memory planning inserts are meant to be able to add a few of these pages in with your planner as needed, as you want. Maybe you do have a memory planner and you're wanting to just pop in a few extra pages for special events. Maybe you're like me and you're just adding some memory planning into your regular catch-all planner. These will work for you. So what it does is give you ideas of different layouts. It tells you what size photo goes in each section, and then you can decorate as you see fit. Lots of spots for journaling, which you all know I find very important. Lots of spots for pictures. And the cool thing is it's simple and clean and minimal. So if you want to do a Halloween theme for your memory keeping, you can, and you're not fighting against other graphics on the page, but you are getting a little bit of structure to get you started for that page. If you're wanting to do florals, if you're wanting to do different seasonal spreads, if you're wanting to do a beach spread, whatever the case may be, maybe you're doing monochromatic, you can customize it for the colors and the ideas you have, but it's giving you a bit more structure than just adding those plain pages into your planner, which I find just to be a lot more easier. It's kind of a lower barrier of entry into your memory planning, and I'm super excited about all the different ideas. So it's going to be really cool. I cannot wait to start using these. Again, it's that really nice paper. I think it's going to hold up well as we add lots to the paper, as you use pens and markers and all of that business. And I love that it's in the multiple sizes. So we have the grande size, similar to the classic size Happy Planner. And then we have the venti size, which is a bit larger. It might be a little bit easier to format your photos in the larger size. Let's check out. It's going to be similar layouts on the pages, but of course the photos are sized a bit bigger. So you have 3 by 3 as opposed to 2.5 by 2.5. But again, very similar layouts to how it all functions. And I love the 3 by 4 size. That's probably the most common size that I use. A nice big 5 by 7 picture. These are great for creating memory pages to pop into your planner, or to create your very own memory planner that's separate from everything else you do. I happen to really dig that there are lines, that there's the line pages. It gives you just enough structure to give you a starting point, but not so much that it's like limiting your creativity, which I think is pretty special. So this is what the venti size looks like, and then it's going to repeat that multiple times. So you get 40 double-sided pages. And then the one that I'm kind of maybe the most excited about is the tall size. So this is going to be similar to a mini Happy Planner. And I think this is fabulous for making a mini album to give to someone. I think this just lends itself really nicely to creating either pages, maybe for a friend to pop into their planner. Maybe you got a planner friend. Maybe you want to make a little mini album for a friend, a family member, something like that. This is going to make it really easy to put it together. So you have, it's formatted a little bit differently because I didn't want the photos to get too small. So we're going down to 2.5 by 2.5. 2 by 3, I believe, is the smallest photo here. See, it's laid out just ever so slightly differently so that it works with this size. A 3 by 4 right here. I think it's just such a fun and cute little size. I think it's adorable. I'm falling more and more in love with this size of planner. It's just super cute. I love it. I also feel like the memory planners lend themselves to creative journals as well. Just gonna throw that one out there. How cute is this little cutie pie? Okay, so that is the smaller, the tall size memory planning insert, and I love that these are going to be available in all 3 sizes. I think they're going to be super popular, and I can't wait to start mixing these in to my planning this year just to add more personality, more customization, more things that just draw me into my planner. These are going to be fantastic. All right, and lastly is another very highly requested item. I have been selling white cardstock dividers on my website for the past couple of months, and they have been so popular because people have loved getting a nice thick cardstock divider and then decorating it on their own, which is fantastic. But in January, I started creating dividers for my Patreon community that I would send as part of their Happy Mail. And they were very popular. And the patrons that weren't receiving those dividers were asking, where can I get some more colorful dividers that I can reuse? Where can I get them in different sizes? How can I get some to really customize my planner? And so that is what I've created. This is my first release of dividers. There will definitely be some more coming, I hope, in the future. We'll see. I have one set of solid and one set of what I'm calling the crafty love dividers. Let's check them out. So they will be in 3 sizes, the tall size, the grande size, and the venti size. It is a nice, thick cardstock, which is fabulous. And these are the bold colors, and they are solid colors. So let me just pull this out right here. Like I said, a nice thick cardstock. What I like about this one is I would probably choose to decorate this further. You can add your own labels, so it doesn't even have to be like a specific month. If you're like me and you don't use monthly labels in yours, you do weekly, monthly, daily, wellness, like that, that's awesome. You can decorate these. They're double-sided. And like I said, a nice thick cardstock, and you can do what you want with them. Maybe you want to add florals. Maybe you want to add pictures for memory planning purposes. Maybe it's kind of unlimited. You get 6 in a set so that it is like ready to go. You need a couple of sets if you wanted to do for a full year, but I think they are so fun. So we have them in just the bold, solid colors. Look at that rainbow. Yes, please. I'm here for this. Love, love, love this. And then I wanted to try something a little bit different. And these are crafty bold dividers, bold and crafty, all of the things. These are for your crafty lovers to pop into your planner. We have this beautiful one with the pegboard and the paint. So cute. Washi tape. Yes, please. Adorable. Just a little personality. You can add more to this. You can add quotes. You can use your creativity, and like the sky's the limit, but it's just like a little hint of some cute highlighters. Again, all of the rainbow colors. Love it. Post-it notes and markers. Yes, please. All of the crafty things. How cute are those? And then some fun yarn string action right there. The back is solid so that you can do what you want in the back. You can also flip them if you would rather the solid part be on the front and the crafty part be on the inside, just depending on the look that you are going for. And we have those available in the venti size, the tall size, and then the grande size as well. I am actually super anxious to hear what you all think of this type of divider. I have lots of ideas for creating more dividers and more themes and more colors, and I would love to hear if this is something you're interested in. What do I love most about these? you can reuse them. They don't have the calendar on the back. They can be used for all kinds of purposes, creating your own vision boards, reusing them year to year, creating new sections. I love that these supplies can be reused, and I think that is a great thing to invest in for sure. As you can see, it's a huge new release this month. All products designed to just take your planner to that next level, to make it more functional, more creative, and to really let you get a little bit more out of your creative planning. These products will be available to all Patreon members starting on March the 1st. If you join Patreon, you receive early access to shopping and you receive a 10% off coupon code for all levels of Patreon. So make sure to check that out. These will be available to the public on March the 4th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll be able to see that all of the passwords are lifted off the website and you'll be able to shop on March the 4th. Just a heads up, because these are new products, because we're trying something different, there is a little bit of a limited quantity. So make sure that you set your alarms and get ready to shop if you're interested in these, especially you guys, the grande size, the one that's sized for the classic size happy planner, those tend to go the fastest for sure. So if you're interested in those, just make sure that you are on the ball so you don't miss out. All right, so let me know down below, what product are you excited about? What do you find most interesting in this release? I cannot wait to hear from you. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. They've been getting little sneaks of this release, and I can't wait to hear what you all think of it. I hope that all of you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.